Okay, Gregory Stone, MMA Crypt.com. Today's quiz will be scheduled for 3 rounds of action as Matt Thiele takes on Joseph Frederick Johnson. Joseph has a MMA Crypt quiz record of 2 wins and 1 loss. He's actually coming off a victory over Bellator middleweight John Salter literally 30 minutes ago. With that, welcome to the MMA Crypt quiz, Joseph.
Thank you.
Okay, let's bring in Joseph's opponent here. We have making his MMA Crypt quiz debut, Matt Thiele, obviously a member of the MMA Crypt.com website. Matt is a huge MMA fan, has been a fan of the sport for 10 years now, literally. That's a long time there, Matt. And his favourite fighter is Donald Cowboy Cerrone. With that, welcome to the MMA Crypt quiz, Matt.
Thanks, Greg.
So, Matt, 10 years, geez, what's that? 2005, that's literally when I started watching it when The Ultimate Fighter won. So, actually, I've been a fan.
That's right around when I started watching it. It was just before Tough One, yeah.
We started around the same time, Matt, crazy. When did you join to the Crypt? I think we joined to the Crypt roughly the same time. I joined in 2010, January.
No, I only joined about 2 years ago now, maybe a year and a half.
Seems like you've been there longer. It's like because you're in the Brotherhood and everything, it seems you've been there longer. Okay, as always, guys, anything you'd like to say to each other before we get started with the quiz? Let's start with you first, Matt.
No, I'm good. Good luck.
Okay, Joseph, pleasantries.
Good luck, man.
Awesome. Right, coin toss. Let's have a look. A, B, C, D, F, G, H. Right, Joseph, you're first in the alphabet, so you get to decide heads or tails.
Tails.
That was a poor coin toss. It was actually heads. That was horrendous. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that was a really poor coin toss. It didn't even ping. I think it did like one flip. Right, so Matt, you won the coin toss there. So who do you want to go first in round one? Do you want to go first, or do you want Joseph to answer first? This is for all the questions in round one.
I'll let him go first.
Right, Joseph, you're answering first. The category for round one, what do you want to select? Do you want random MMA? Do you want Bellator 134? Or name the headliner?
Is that my choice?
That's your choice. So random.
I will go name the headliner.
Name the headliner. Yeah, I like that one. I actually did this one the other day. I was really excited to get it out. So I'm really glad you chose that. Okay, nice 2 points to start things out for question one. For some reason I always start with 2 points for question one. I don't know why. Seems like I do that a lot. I've just started noticing it. We started with 2 points a lot in the last game and started again with 2 points. Okay, question one for round one. Who headlined UFC 148 at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, Las Vegas, back in July 2012? So tell me the headliner for UFC 148. We're going with you first, Joseph.
That one, I don't remember back that far.
2012, 3 years ago. Quite far, but quite recent as well.
Was it? I won't go with Silva and Sonnen 2, wasn't it?
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Silver Sonnen 2? Any particular reason for that there, Joseph? Or do you want to say in case Matt's listening on? Well, he is obviously listening on.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay. Okay, Matt, what's your answer?
Yeah, I remember that being a big matchup, like the 148. So that sounds right. I'm going to go with Silverstone in 2 as well.
Sounds about right. With the little shoulder shrug at the weigh-ins.
Well, they didn't like each other, so.
I didn't like the ending to that. Invite him to his barbecue, etc. I don't like that sort of stuff. It was indeed Anderson Silva versus Sonnen 2. It also had Tito. It also had Tito Ortiz, Forrest Griffin. It was Tito's last fight, and Forrest got on the mic. And it was actually Forrest Griffin's last fight. It wasn't announced there and then, but he retired not long after. So
I thought Shogun was his last fight.
Forrest Griffin's? No, I think he fought Shogun before that. I'm sure Tito Ortiz was his last fight. I'll have to double check. Don't take my word for it. I'm sure it was. So nice 2 points there, guys. Surprised you got that one correct. I think this is quite while it's an intriguing category, it's also quite a tough one to remember the headliners. Something's really got to stick out for you. But 148.
Like I said, the only reason I remembered was because I remembered that being a big card.
Yeah.
I kind of guessed.
I still want that on
I just
DVD. They've stopped making the DVDs over here in the UK, so I really want that on DVD because it's quite an historical event, like Tito's last fight at UFC, Forrest Griffin's last fight, Big Anderson Silva, Son and rematch. Even though I didn't like the ending with the barbecue and stuff, but then again, they put it to rest. They are professionals, but still, that's a big card. I want that on DVD for sure. All right, let's move on to question 2 here, guys. With 3 points, who headlined UFC on Versus 5, also known as UFC Live, back in August 2011? This is worth 3 points, and as you can tell, it's an hard question. So 3 points deserved if you get this one correct. I can give you a clue if you both agree. I think you probably both choose a clue here. Would you like a clue?
I'll take one.
Would you take one, Matt?
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you a clue because it is so tough. It's a bit ridiculous. Okay, the clue is one of them had previously fought GSP for his welterweight title, and the other person competed on the Ultimate Fighter 4. So out of the 2 headliners, one of them previously fought GSP for his belt, and the other one competed on the Ultimate Fighter 4. That's a big clue, but still makes it a tough question.
Was it? Dang. I know it's Hardy, but I can't remember his opponent. I'm going to go with Chris Lytle.
So you're going Hardy and Chris Lytle.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt, what are you going with?
I'll go with Hardy Lytle as well, just because I have absolutely no idea, and his answer fits the clues.
The Joys are going second. So, Joseph, you did all the hard work. Matt just took advantage of going second, and you both indeed picked up 3 points there. Congratulations, guys.
Wasn't that Chris Lytle's last fight?
Yeah, I think it was because I did a bet on that. I actually had money on that fight. I won a lot of money that night. I did a few parlays. I believe Josh Neer won that night too when he wasn't supposed to win. A lot of people picked Dan Hardy. I knew Chris Lytle because Chris Lytle had he's got solid boxing. He certainly ain't got the feet with Hardy. Plus he's got the ground game, which we all seen against GSP. He struggles with the wrestling, Hardy does. So that's why I chose Lytle and he came through.
Yeah, that's the reason why he lost against Anthony Johnson.
But damn, you two are doing really good. 5 points off the first 2 questions. Question 3 is worth 3 points. So, geez, you can tell this one's going to be another hard one. I think there's going to be big points in this one altogether. So, really, you don't want to lose ground on your opponent here because, as you can tell, there's big points up for grabs. It's not like 1 point here and there. It's going to be like 2 and 3 points there. So, try not to let your opponent get any breathing ground on you because 2 questions could finish you off here easily. Okay, question 3 worth 3 points. Do any of you watch the women's fighting by any chance?
Yep.
Invicta?
Yes, I do.
Sounds good.
It's every now and again. I think the last one I watched was the one before now. The last one.
This one was quite a big one. It was a little while back. It's one of the early events, but it was still a big one in my opinion. Okay, I want you to tell me who headlined Invicta FC 4 back in January 2013. There's also a clue for this if you both accept.
I know who one of the fighters is. I can't remember who she fought.
Is it enough?
I remember this one. I remember this one. I don't need a hint.
Alright, no hint needed.
Because both of them are in the UFC now, so it's Carla Esparza and Beth. And wow, what's her name? Her last name is Hyatt, but what the fuck is her first name?
I can take the last name if you want. That still work. You don't have to give me the full name.
Esparza versus Hyatt.
Okay. That's how it's titled on the posters mainly. What's your answer there, Matt?
Yeah, same. Esparza and Hyatt. Because I knew it was Esparza and I know they fought, so that sounds about right.
That's when she got her championship.
Yeah, I believe she's supposed to have fought Claudia Gadela and then she pulled out. I'm not 100% sure it was, but I'm pretty sure it was. And then they offered it to Joanne Calderwood, boyfriend / manager at the time, declined it when JoJo wasn't in the hotel, so she didn't know nothing about it. And then up stepped Beck Rollins, formerly known as Beck Hyatt at the time, Well, if you ask her husband, she's still legally supposed to be Beck Hyatt, but she's changed the name to Beck Prawns. It was indeed Carlos Esparza, Beck Hyatt. So that's a big 8 points to the pair of you there. Well, it looks like that the quiz control is really paying off for you here, Matt, but I think you knew that one anyway. But going second on a tough question like that really pays off. Okay, question 4, another 3-point question, guys. Jeez. Still, we've got another question after this, so you can still get a TKO late in the round here, so don't be relying on like, oh, it's okay, I won't get a TKO here, because it's still a possibility. 3 points there, and if there's 2 or more points available on the last question, it can still be a TKO, so there we go, guys. Well, we'll see if anyone wants to take a chance and go for a TKO, or play it safe late in the round. Okay, question 4 with 3 points. I want you to tell me the main event for World Series of Fighting 1 back in November 2012. World Series of Fighting 1.
World Series 1?
Yeah, the very first one.
Name.
I get a feeling that somebody's going to say this name, but he wasn't actually on it. But I get a feeling one of you is going to say that name. We'll see.
I know who this one. I know this one. So.
Yeah. Joseph, do you have a clue on this one?
I know one of them, but I don't know the other one. It's Orlovsky and
Orlovsky.
I'm going versus Cole. That's my answer. I hope it's right.
Well, we'll see, because Matt seems very, very confident. So if he gets the same as you, then we'll see if it's right. Matt, what are you going with?
Same answer.
Same answer.
Orlovsky and Cole.
Does that make you a little bit more confident there, Joseph?
A little bit.
It should do.
I was in college when that came out, and I was actually at a party, and one of my friends stopped me and told me, like, hey, is this what you do? I'm like, yeah, that's what MMA is.
How long do you stay at college for in America? It's roughly, you start from like 16 to 18 here, so maybe it's 21 if you want to do.
Well, here we have to go to 12th grade, which usually is like 17 or 18 when you usually graduate from high school. So anywhere from 18 to, if you get your doctorate, which is like 8 to 10 years. So whenever you decide to go. But I went for a year for technical school. I went as a welder.
Well, Joseph, you was right to feel confident, because it was indeed the correct answer. So that puts you both on at 11 points each. I think that must be a record on the quiz. No one's got up to 11 points on their own, let alone 2 players at the same time. So props to you guys there. Solid start to the game today. Okay, the 5th and final question. Obviously not enough to TKO someone here, because you need 5 more points. We don't go above 3 points on one question, so there will not be a TKO in round 1. But still, somebody can pinch the round at the end. Matt, you do have the advantage going second, and you've really been doing well today. So Joseph, be careful you answer. The pressure's sort of on you here, Joseph, in the 5th and final question of the round, because Matt can choose to go against your answer or copy you. Some might find this easy. You've been watching the sport for a long time. This question next. I want you to tell me the headliner for UFC 40. It was named Vendetta. Old school one here. I think it was 2002. I've not got the year wrote down, but I believe it was 2002. UFC 40, Vendetta.
I
can make a clue available for this if you both agree.
Well, it depends on him, because I need one.
Oh. Matt, what's the grin about? Do you not need one?
Nope.
No. That grin was that he knows the answer. So, Joseph, you really, really have to think hard here. You really have to think deep. Try and think back as much as you can.
UFC 40.
It was called Vendetta. That's all I can give you. I can't give you no more than that.
I have to go with Ortiz and Shamrock.
Ortiz, Shamrock. Matt, what's your answer?
Same. I wouldn't have known it off of the number, but Vendetta gave it away for me.
When I was writing this up, I thought, should I put Vendetta in there? Because I'm pretty sure that might actually give it away. And
I wouldn't have gotten it otherwise.
Well, the correct answer was indeed Ortiz Shamrock. That was the very first fight where it all came to an end, basically, because they've been building up for many, many years. They didn't like each other after the Lions Den thing. Ken went
They
to
fought.
wrestling. He was TNA champion. I think he went to Pride first. I think he lost him. No, I think he won in Pride 10 maybe, and then he went over to the UFC in 2002 and had a bit of an up and down career. But yeah, that was quite a brutal fight if you watch it. Really, his fucking face looked like hamburger meat or something. That was quite a bad fight.
Didn't they fight 3 times, or was
Yeah,
it 2?
the other two was very very
3?
short though.
Because I know the last one was on the Ultimate Fighter. That was when Matt Hamill was on it, right?
Yeah, the
I
other
think it
fight for
was.
Matt Hamill. Score was The score was 13-13. That is absolutely crazy. The normal scores available in a round, the normal points is roughly about 8 to 9 points available in a round. Sometimes as low as 7. And obviously because that was a very hard round, I put so many points available in that one. 13 points to be precise. And you guys absolutely nailed every single question. That was crazy. Literally crazy. I doubt we're ever going to see as good a round as that in the quiz for a long time. So props to you both there.
I
Very
literally had
impressive.
to guess on 2 of them.
I'm definitely going to do name the headliner when Greg's got his title on the line. We'll see if we can get them on right. Okay, Matt, as you had quiz control in round 1, and that was a draw. You then it carries on and you keep quiz control for round 2, so sort of follows on. So you have quiz control for round 2. Joseph, you did good sticking there with answering first, but you've got to survive a second round with Matt now. You looked on form in that one, but it's not good when you're answering second and you ain't got quiz control. Okay, Matt, with quiz control, you get to choose the category for round 2. So, which category do you choose? You've got Bellator 134 or random MMA. I suppose it all comes down to did you watch Bellator 134?
I'll go with random MMA.
So you didn't watch Bellator 134.
I did, but I don't know.
A little sketchy. It was the British invasion.
Oh yeah, okay.
You feel more confident now.
Yeah.
It was like the Tito Ortiz thing when the UFC fight when I said Vendetta.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
we've got
no,
to,
I'll go with random MMA.
that probably would have been better for an English guy, the British invasion, because we certainly followed that one with a bit of pride. Okay, round 2 and question 1. This is worth 2 points, guys. So a nice 2 points again with the 2 points. What is wrong with me? I've got to stop starting these rounds off with 2 points. Okay, do you guys watch the Fight Network with Robin Black, etc.? John Ramdeen.
Sometimes I've seen a few of their clips.
They started a new podcast thing. There's been a guest on there recently with Robin Black. They've been doing I don't know if it's the 5 rounds or discussion, but anyway, I want you to tell me which sports psychologist has recently been appearing on the Fight Network with Robin Black to discuss the mental side of mixed martial arts. So he's a sports psychologist. I've actually interviewed him.
Yeah.
He's an interesting cat, that's for sure. Matt, who do you want to answer first or second in round 2? I'm assuming you're going to go with Joseph answering first.
Yeah.
Okay, Joseph, you're up first. You have no clue.
No,
I should have
I
put this at
don't
3
know.
points to be honest with you because it is a really tough one. But I suppose it all depends whether you watch the Fight Network recently. If you watch it a lot, then obviously it's an easy one. If you don't, then it's obviously a really hard one. It just really depends whether you've watched that a lot. I thought, Matt, with you being in Canada, you know this
Well,
one.
there's only one that I know of, so I'm gonna go with him, and it's David Mullins.
David Mullins. Okay, Matt, you've heard Joseph's answer. Do you want to go with a different answer or the same one?
Same one, because I haven't got a clue. And I've heard of that guy, so.
Matt's certainly using full advantage of this quiz control here. It was indeed David Mullins. He's making
Only reason
your...
why I know who that dude is because he appears on MMA Junkie all the time. So
Matt's making you do all the hard work, and he's answering a few good ones himself, but he's making you do some hard work and getting those points in there. But yeah, it was David Mullins. I interviewed him myself. It was about 8 months back. It was a strange sort of interview because I wasn't feeling too well, a bit under the weather, and I tried digging in deep, but he's so secretive. I was like, Aslan Daly was going on the Ultimate Fighter, and obviously he's a sports psychologist. So I was like, what advice would you give me? He goes, I can't talk about any specifics. I understood that because he said before he did the interview, he said, I can't talk about any of my clients. But this was more of a hypothetical. What advice would you give her potentially? Because she's going into the ice. But maybe you already give her advice and he couldn't answer it. But very secretive. Even Robin Black was really trying to dig in. It's very tough because he doesn't answer a lot. Anyone who's viewing this, any listeners, please check out the Fight Network with David Mullins. He's very secretive, but also interesting at the same time. I don't think he has that aura and mystery about him of secret, reminds me like a special ops or something. Very secretive. I sort of get the feeling that his work's very straightforward and simple, but yet he makes it seem more complicated than what it is, sort of thing. I think that's just him promoting himself. I don't know. It's a strange one, but check him out. He's very very different sort of guy anyway. Okay, so the scores after question 1 and 2 are 2-2. Moving on to question 2 now, which is worth 1 point. So you know this one's going to be a pretty easy one. Which two teams are set to compete against each other on the Ultimate Fighter 21?
Team Black Zillions and Team American Top Team.
Joseph? No, sorry, not Joseph. Matt?
Yeah, it's Black Zillions and ATT.
Yeah, pretty straightforward, that one. I don't think there's anyone who gets the 1 point questions wrong. They're pretty much like gimme points. Just to make sure there'll be walks away with no points.
Well, if you follow the sport any at all, you should know what the upcoming season is. Which actually, here just a few weeks ago, on March 29th, they actually had another Ultimate Fighter season tryouts.
Yeah, I really thought that they'd be going another. I really liked it. I think they should stick with this for a good 4 or 5 seasons. I was quite surprised when
they got off of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so quickly because it looks really good. So there's so many camps around as well, but they can do it with so many rivalries. Even like countries, so many in the UK, so many camps in the UK. Even Straight Blast Gym in Ireland, maybe it's not got so many because they've already got the top stars from there. But there's so many up there. Like if you look at the Team Alpha Male, there's so many guys on there, so many up and comers. Got guys at World Series Fighting, etc. Solid wrestling base. You could definitely have them. There's just so many. We ain't got the time to discuss them all, but yeah, in the comment section below, just put a few names, any listeners, where you think like future ones where they make a good rivalry. I'm not too sure about rivalries. The UK, you could have had the Wolf Slayer versus what's the one Paul Daly was at? I think that's sort of gone away now. You have London Shoot Fighters. London Shoot Fighters quite reputable in the UK. London Shoot Fighter versus the Scottish team where Joanne Calderwood is. You definitely get some. Yeah, because what they call the Dinky Ninjas in Scotland. They've only got like 2 fighters from there. They've got a Cage Warriors champion there. They've got Joanne, but there's so many other fighters there. If you put them versus London Shoot Fighters, that'd be a good one. I'm not too sure if it'll catch on with the Americans though. Maybe
Jojo was the first pro Scotland fighter out there, so
yeah. There's so many in Brazil as well.
Brazil, you want Nogueira versus Nova União. That'd be a good season too.
Yeah, because if you look at now with the Brazilian season, the tough 3 Brazilian season, they got Nogueira coaching what 2 of the 3 seasons, whatever it is, 2 to 4 seasons, and he's been like
Nogueira's going against Shogun this year, ain't he?
I thought that they should have put Shogun's younger brother because he fought Shogun and he's fighting him again apparently. Why don't they put Shogun's younger brother? I suppose it still builds the rivalry, like, oh, you fight my brother, so we... Has it already filmed, actually, before I carry on saying that? I'm not sure if it's already finished recording.
I don't think it's done recording yet.
So it was announced halfway through the show that Shogun's fighting his younger brother. That could be quite interesting, especially... He's got to be at least an assistant coach on there, but still, I don't get why they wouldn't put his younger brother as the coach. I don't get it.
Because, like, at first I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute, so they're going to put Little Nog against Shogun? I thought Shogun was going down to 185 from the last time he was talking.
To me, it's like, why do you want the same guy coaching the seasons over and over and over? Like, they wanted Faber to coach the
He
season.
did like the first, what, 4 or the first
Yeah, and
3?
he's assistant coach on the other ones where he wasn't coaching it. It's like, come on, you need somebody else. You need some fresh blood on there or something. It's, yeah, I don't know. What do you think about it, Matt? Would you like to see, some? I know you don't probably watch the Brazilian one, but if you was watching the American version and they had like the same guy over 4 seasons,
Every
it's like,
season of all of them.
what's that, Matt?
I said I've watched every season of all of them.
Oh, all the Brazilians, yeah.
Well, because I have Fight Pass and they're all on Fight Pass, so.
I only watched the first one, and that was because they made it available on YouTube, I think. I was getting them call links.
I need to get Fight Pass, but I'm too lazy to go on the internet and get it.
Yeah, I got it when they had a deal on it. It was $84 for a year, which wasn't too bad.
They need to do a thing like Netflix monthly kind of deal.
Okay, I'm just looking now, guys. Out of 7 questions, you got all 7 correct. Yet to get one wrong. And currently the scores are 3-3, heading into question 3. Question 3 is worth 2 points. I sort of think this one's an easy one, so a nice easy 2 points there, possibly. What does triple THS stand for? So
What was that again?
What does triple THS stand for? So TTHS. What does it stand for? Matt squinned away again, so that obviously means he knows the answer. Joseph, he's gone silent. This doesn't sound good. Is this the first question wrong? Is this the first answer that's going to be wrong today?
Crap.
That definitely sums it up there. This way Matt's glad that he's answering second, not first.
Yeah, this is why I don't like this. For a beginner, he catches on pretty well.
This coin toss and quiz control is really, decides the outcome of the game a lot of the time, to be honest with you. You really need it. Unless you're really, really good and, you get through it. It's important to take that round and get the quiz control back.
It says TTHS, right?
Yeah, TTHS.
Okay, never mind. I know what it is. I'll listen to it. It's the Tommy Toehold show.
Toehold. I think you just sunk Matt's heart there. Matt?
Yeah, I knew that one, so I was hoping you'd get that one wrong. Yeah, it's the Tommy Toehold show.
And the reason why I know that one is because a friend of mine actually was on that show, not too recently, but recently enough on the last Ultimate Fighter, so...
Well, you kept your record of answering all the questions correctly intact. That makes it 8 in a row answered correctly. Jeez. Question 4 is worth 1 point, so you know this one's going to be quite an easy one. You never know, though. But the way you guys have been playing today, I doubt that you're going to get this one incorrect. Question 4 worth 1 point. Which fighter's name has stifled the MMA world? So they're having a little bit of trouble pronouncing this name.
That's the new 115-pound champion, Joanne, whatever her last name is.
It's even stifling you. I'll take the first name because people are stifled with the second name, with the last name. So I'll just take the first name. If you can give me a last name, then great. I can't give you no bonus points for it. But yeah, the first name. So you're going with Joanna?
Yes.
Joanna. Matt, what are you going with?
Yeah, I'll just say Joanna Champion.
Joanna Champion.
She likes to be
Which that's
called.
kind of weird because, if Joanna and Joanne ever fights together, that's going to be one hell of a first name there.
She's called Joanna Jacek.
Is that how you pronounce it?
The English tongue would say Jacek, but Jacek. But she says Jan Jacek, which doesn't even look like it's spelled that way. So it's Joanna Jan Jacek.
That's Polish people for you.
I've been practicing it because I wanted to interview him before a fight, so I was practicing it hard. I didn't want to be one of those reporters.
When I watched the last event, I wondered how many times Rogan sat in front of his mirror saying that name over and over and over.
Well, listen to this. I actually first came across her when she fought UFC veteran Rosie Sexton. I interviewed Rosie Sexton after she fought her because Rosie Sexton retired when she lost to her. She was pretty much an unknown then, Joanna, but she beat the fuck out of Rosie all in the cage. It was brutal. So I interviewed Rosie about a month after, and I pronounced Joanna's name to her, Judinsky. She didn't correct me. I think she had probably lost it too. But afterwards, when I found out, I thought, no way, I well mispronounced that name. Joanna Judinsky, I was like saying all the way through the interview. It's crazy. But she didn't correct me on it or pick it up. But yeah, I think there's a lot of people confused on that. I actually picked it up because I actually went back and watched it with the volume on, and they were saying it correctly, Jan Jacek. So that's where I got it from. I was quite surprised though, because the media normally get this thing down. And obviously, you got YouTube nowadays. Obviously, back in the day it must have been harder, but YouTube and everything, you can sort of listen to what the announcers are saying. So it's not that hard to go and find the name really, and think about it. Like everyone knows the name now because Joe Rogan, everyone says it now. Everyone's going to know a name and pronounce it. So within the next fight, everybody will know a name. So it's really strange.
Maybe she won't.
Bad
lose
reporting.
her title in her first defense.
Bad reporting, I think. There. Right, the fifth and final question, round 2. Let's see if you can have a second round where you get them all correct and make it a draw in the second round. Because the scores are tied currently at 6 points apiece. This one's worth 1 point. So question 5. Which two fighters recently pranked Dana White at a press conference Q&A?
John Jones and my man Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Straight in there, Joseph Johnson was. So John Jones and Rumble. Matt, what are you going with?
Yeah, same answer. It was a great clip.
It was hilarious.
Dana White looked like petrified. Like, oh.
No way. I hate it for Dana White, but they did really want to go at it. Dana White wouldn't be able to stop both of them.
That is true. That is
They're two huge human beings.
We saw that one guy get just tossed aside when Jones and Cormier got into it.
Well, I actually listened to an interview as why he did it, why they'd come up with that. They thought he was going to be in between them. They didn't realise that he's going to be on the side just holding the belt. Even he cracked a smile over it, but apparently he was supposed to be the guy in the middle, not Dana White, but they still carried on anyway and got Dana. That's what I understood. They sort of knew that Dana was going to be there. They first planned for that, what's his name? Is it John Anik? No, it's not John Anik. I think, no, John Anik.
No, it wasn't Joe Anik. It was,
I forgot his name. I know his name, but now I forgot it. Oh.
He kind of looks like Joe Anik a little
He
bit.
does. A lot of people mistaken him at first when it first happened. But anyway, they thought it was going to be him at first. Then they found out it was going to be Dana, but they still carried on with it. It was like, yeah, come on, let's do it to Dana anyway. But like Rumble said, not many people fuck with Dana White because, he's the boss man and stuff. So that was another draw.
There's a lot of people out there that want to get their hands on Dana White, though.
Yeah, we discussed that in the last one. But it's always the guys who get cut from the UFC, don't they? They don't say it while they're there. It's sort of like...
I was surprised Fedor hasn't went off on him, but again, Fedor is a nice guy, so...
Yeah, maybe Alex Emelianenko. Well, he was sort of going at it anyway, Alexander Emelianenko. But
is he out of jail?
I think he's in jail. He should be in fucking jail. He's crazy. The guy's fucking crazy.
He's nothing like his... He's the younger brother, the older brother of Fedor. Younger, right?
Well, he's the younger brother, but bigger. When I interviewed Neil Grove told me that he has Alexander has close ties to Vladimir Putin, I think it is, the president. Vladimir Putin, I think he's called. And it surprised me because you think that if he's, got ties to such power in the country, in Russia, that he'll sort of maybe escape jail, but...
So that's the reason why Fedor's in the politics over there now. I see how he did it.
He's supposed to have hepatitis C, apparently. There is a cure for that because there's that wrestler who gained it off Abdullah the Butcher and he actually got cured of it, but it's a brutal treatment. But I think that's for the reason for his fighting career. I think that's why his fighting career went downhill, to be honest with you, because there was rumours of hep C. The only people who employed him was M1 after that. And
he was actually pretty good, and of course he lost a few fights. But as good as his brother is, but he actually was a pretty good fighter.
I think he has better stand-up than Fedor. It's just the ground game's not on par with Fedor's. I think because he's so big, he can't be as slick off his back, to be honest with you.
Well, Fedor also comes in the fights at like 220, so the only thing he does is swing really fast.
Yeah, I think his brother's more technical too. He's not more of a... Fedor's just ruthless. He gets inside with those overhands and hooks. So
And he tries to
ruthless.
break your arm if he grabs a hold of it.
Well, we're similar to Russia. I'm surprised not more Russians, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if that's because the UFC are not bringing them in. But anyway, let's move along because we've only got 10 minutes left of the round here before Matt's going to go. We don't need a submission victory due to us dragging on the show, so let's get started with round 3 here. And question 1. This is obviously going to be Bellator. Matt, because it was a draw, you do have quiz control, so you get to decide who goes first and second. So who will be going first and second in round 3?
I think I'll go second.
You'd be crazy to give it up. Okay, so winner of this round takes the round. If it's a draw, then obviously it's a draw. So are you going to be satisfied with a draw, or do one of you want to take a chance? Mainly you, Matt, because you're answering second. You obviously know his answer. Will you want to try and win the game and try and maybe take it away from him and take some chances? Or will you play it safe and be happy with a draw? We shall see how it plays out. So 5 questions left, guys. Here we go. Question 1 with 1 point. This round is going to be Bellator 134, the British invasion. You can see that there. Okay. Did any of you watch it? You said before, I believe you watched that. Joseph, did you watch Bellator 134?
Yeah.
Okay, then that should make it a very competitive round. We shall see if you get them all right as well. That'll be crazy. Not only did you get the high scores, we'll see if you can actually get all the questions right throughout the 3 rounds. That'll be something. That'll literally be something. The winner of this, I don't care, would face Greg for a title. It has to happen. Okay, question 1. How many of the 3 British fighters won at Bellator 134?
I'm
There was
gonna
actually,
go with.
they put the Bellator sort of counted it as 5, but in the lead up it was 3. So I want out of these 3, it's going to be Liam McGeary, Paul Daly, and Linton Vassell. I have to tell you that because there was 5. Bellator counted 5. Czech Congo, and they counted, who else was it? Brennan Ward too. They counted Brennan Ward in Czech Congo, but I'm not counting Brennan Ward in Czech Congo. So I'm counting Liam McGeary, Paul Daly, and Linton Vassell. How many of them won out of those 3?
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them? Joseph, Matt, what are you going with?
Yeah, it was all 3 of them.
All 3 of them.
Because after Liam took the belt away from Emmanuel, he failed a drug test for marijuana.
Yeah, Emmanuel did. That's quite crazy. I wouldn't have suspected that.
I was not expecting that. I did not expect him to actually get his ass whooped in that fight, but...
I was more worried because Liam hadn't faced the quality competition, but certainly everyone was believing that he could do it. I sort of believed he could, but Emmanuel's...
Which, he's undefeated, right? 9-0 or 10-0?
Yeah, he is. He's something like that now. I believe Emmanuel's literally top 5 if you stuck him in the UFC. Maybe I'm exaggerating with that, but I don't know. I just think he's a real talent. He's got the wrestling, he's got the scramble, he's got the cardio, he's got the determination, he's been put in tricky spots, he's got the striking. I'll put him against...
He's phenomenal off his back, though. I've never seen somebody that aggressive off their back.
See, I like it when you've got a couple of big organisations. It creates this controversy. He'll do well, and then where would you rank him? But I'd love to see Lyoto Machida versus Newton. Can you imagine that fight? That'd be something. That'd be really beautiful to watch. But let's move on to question 2 anyway, guys. This is worth 2 points. How many UK fighters were originally scheduled to fight on the Bellator 134 card? Now, you remember, I'm only counting 3 here who actually competed. How many was originally supposed to compete on the card? So 3 of them did. How many was originally slated to fight on the card? There was a few injuries and pulling out of fights. I'm not counting Czech Congo and Brennan Ward in this.
Okay, so if you're not, so I'm going to go with, so all together, I think it was supposed to be like 5. So I'm going with 5.
Going with 5. Matt, you going to go with a different answer and take that chance? Or are you going to play it safe and give the same answer? Assuming that you probably didn't know anyway.
Well, I remember Michael Page pulled out.
Yeah.
And the only other person I can think of that pulled out of that one was Douglas Lima.
Yep.
And he's not from the UK. So I'm going to go with 4.
You go 4. You was correct about Michael Page. He suffered a cut above his eye. He was pulled from the card. I think it was a week of the fight, maybe 2 weeks before the fight. But about a month before the fight card happened, James the Closest Thompson, Pride veteran, pulled out. Remember that? He supposed to fight Bobby Lashley in a rematch.
Yeah.
And that indeed made it 5. That was Chet Congo and King Mo replaced that bout. They was trying to put Chet Congo against James Thompson, so I believe. Or King Mo, then it was supposed to be King Mo versus Thompson, then I think they just put them two together. So it was indeed 5. And we have our first incorrect answer of the game. And it's the guy with quiz control in Matt. He took the chance. Try getting that lead. And Joseph, you just took a valuable 2 points here. With you both playing so well, that's a massive 2 points, to be honest with you.
Well, I've been a Bobby Lashley fan since he was in the WWE. So, and he was back in the WWE when I was like 10 years old. So,
well, just out of interest, Joseph, because you're both playing so well, and that, like I said, that's a valuable 2 points. That could be the difference maker. That could decide who wins this quiz today. I want to know, did you know that answer, or was that a guess?
Yeah, I knew the answer.
Okay. It makes it a lot harder to take when it's guessed.
When you said Chet Congo and Brendan Ward wasn't, like, you weren't counting them, then that only left 5 other ones. So.
Well, good news here. Question 3, it's worth 2 points. So this could pull your level here, Matt. And obviously you have the quiz control, so we'll see if you can take advantage of that. So question 3 worth 2 points. Oh, you're fucking joking me. What injury did Michael Venom Page suffer to cause him to pull out of his fight at Bellator 134?
It was a cut.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Did you know that before I even said that? Fucking big mouth me.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel better then.
He had a nasty cut.
So the score's worth 3-1. That puts it at 5-3. Hopefully my big mouth's not ruined any of the future questions. I tried to elaborate, just to, I don't know, maybe I should reel it in a little bit. Sadly, Matt, this is worth 1 point. It still keeps you close, still keeps you in range, because you can pull it off in the 5th and final question. Joel, obviously, if you get this one right and Matt gets it wrong, that gives you a 3-point lead, which is, obviously, Matt can't overtake him because it's only three or less points in the 5th and final question. So, very big point for you both here. Matt, you can really do with this to pull your point behind. And Jules, if you get it, then that puts you 3 points ahead, which is really big. Matt can't defeat you then. He can only draw with you. Okay, question 4. Paul Semtex Daly said he would pass up a title fight against Douglas Lima if offered to him next, in turn for more cage time, following his unanimous decision victory over Andres Santos. I want you to tell me, is that true or false? Did he say that? So he said if a title fight was offered to him next against Douglas Lima, he would turn it down for more cage time. Is that true or false?
I'm going to go false.
You're going to go false?
You make more money as a champ. He don't need no more cage time. He has like 50 fights.
That is very true. Matt, do you think Paul Daly needs more cage time? True or false?
I don't think he needs it, and I can't remember his post-fight interview. So, I'm going to get aggressive here and say true.
You're going to say true? He's been fighting a lot recently. K1 fought Obama. He's been very, very active, and for some strange reason he felt like he would pass up a title fight, and it was indeed true. I didn't make no sense of it either, but that's what he sort of feels.
Yeah, I call bullshit. He ain't gonna pass on the title fight. I'm sorry.
Right, I got some good news and bad news here, guys. The scores are 5-4. The next question is worth 1 point. So, Matt, you cannot win today. You can only draw. That is the good news for you, Joseph, and the bad news for you, Matt.
I'll take the draw at this point.
Matt, it's a draw or a loss. Joseph, it's a win or a draw. In the 5th and final question. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Question 5 with 1 point. Linton the Swan Vassell recently offered to fight a person who left him a vile, racist comment on Twitter. Is that true or false? So there was a fan who said a racist message to him. Did Linton Vassell offer to fight this fan? because of the remark. Is that true or false?
That is true.
True. You're saying Linton Vassell wanting to fight this racist fan. Matt, what are you going with?
I'll go with false just because I need the point.
Yeah, regardless, you have to go with a different answer than Joseph. So it was all on Joseph. And Joseph, you got it incorrect. Matt, you just squeaked out the draw in the end there.
Yes.
So the scores were 5-5. Not as big as round 1 there, round 2, but they slowly went down, your scores. Round 1 was like, what was it? Round 1 was 13 points apiece, round 2 was 7 points apiece, and round 3 was 5 points apiece. That's a really competitive quiz show, that, guys. Really, really impressed. Did you have fun on your debut there, Matt? Did you enjoy the quiz show?
I did. I'd love to be back sometime.
Awesome. We'll get you back on again. Not sure where this puts challenges for Greg. Obviously, you're coming off a win today already, Joseph, against John Salter. Quite impressive in the second round there. You was really impressive today. You said you want more bouts before you face Greg. So I'll be looking at maybe Brad Pickett or somebody else. I'll figure it out. Greg, I'm leaving it as a surprise for you. But Joseph, you picked up the draw there. How did you feel? Because you sort of took the advantage of that 2-point lead, and then you let Matt back in with 2 1-points. How do you feel about
that? I should have went with false, but, heck, somebody going to say some racist crap. Why not Josh Neeram? Take him to your gym and beat the shit out of him.
You see, if you know Linton Vassell, because I've interviewed him like 4 or 5 times now, he's been on the quiz show himself. If you know him, see, he looks like a brute. He looks like he's going to dismantle you. He probably could dismantle you. He's so aggressive and violent and controlling on the ground, but he's such a polite, nice guy. He's quite appalling to see the message what was put to him. I won't even say what it was, but I'm surprised that he didn't. But if you're a fan of MMA, you know that these pros. I was surprised that you went with that, Joseph, because you know that a fighter, unless they're really pissed up and doing a John Jones tweet day, Instagram day or something, you can't go off and out the fans. But I think that's a wrap for the show today, guys. Matt's on his way. I told you I'd wrap it up. I think we're 3 minutes over, so we did good there, Matt.
Yeah, I'm good. I got to get going now.
Okay. For the MMA Crypt Fighting Talk Show, as always, thank you for watching.